So this is the closed loop for the processor. It goes into the video card, which goes up to a primary radiator, which is just a two-fan, 280 millimeter thin high flow radiator. And then that is exhausting out to cool that water, to step it down a little bit. And then this is the first temperature gauge after that first radiator. And then it goes out to a series of two 3x180 radiators, which then come back in parallel back to the pump, which then goes back into the loop and starts over at the processor. So the processor is getting the coldest water. It doesn't really make a ton of heat, goes directly into the video card. The water flows fast enough that it's not going to heat the water up and really affect the heat of the GPU. But we've got one intake at the top. It's diverted with a painted plastic juice jug, which fits nicely and forces it to suck air from away from where the exhaust fans are coming. There's a secondary intake over here at the back, pulling air to kind of cool the RAM units on its way to meet up with this other intake and then go out that exhaust. The PSU at the bottom is pulling air from the ground, and then just exhausting out the back. Theoretically, some of that could get sucked up with this intake, but the PSU is not making a ton of heat, and there's enough airspace over here for it to pull around. But yeah, so there's crap tons of heat dissipation capacity with that unit, so I'm not really worried about it. I could probably run 8 video cards on this without a problem. And the fans never spool up. I have them set at a static like 500 RPMs, and 2 of them are broken because I stabbed my finger with them and I just disconnected them. But if I needed to, I could replace them. And yeah, it's a monster.